Welcome to the series of Angular web application from scratch. In this series, we have seen so far how to initiate Angular 16 project, how to add bootstrap styling in the Angular 16 project. So I designed the registration page, also the login page. Also, we set up the Node Express Mongo TypeScript server, which contains the authentication authorization APIs and the to-do APIs. You can check the link of the full playlist in the upper right corner. In the previous video, we integrated the create to-do API and the listing to-do APIs. So whatever to-do items is currently listed, these responses are actually coming from the backend, from the API. This API, the get to-do list. So we integrated this create to-do API and the get to-do list API. Today we will integrate this update to do where we will check and uncheck the to do that's done or is not done, and we also integrate the this delete API and delete to do item by ID by clicking on this cross icon. The modal will open to confirm if you want to delete this to do item. So when you confirm, it will be deleted from the list. So let's get started. So before starting the Angular code uh, for this check uncheck to do, I made changes in the update API of the to do. So I will pull those changes. So you can see this is the server tree, and you can see there are some changes in the API YML and the to do CRUD. So now we'll start the server npm run dev, and our Angular application already uh, compiled and it's running on localhost 4200. Now you can see our server started at localhost 3001. Now I will go to the Swagger documentation and I will check the update request. So you can see the update. This is the update API endpoint, and we have to provide the ID which to do I want to update in the path parameter, and here we have to provide the title and the is done. Is done is false or true. So now I will integrate this API. First, I will add the services for this check uncheck to do. So I will go to the services inside our Angular project, src app services. So I have added the check uncheck to do in HTML in our to do component, also in the service. So on change, on checkbox, check or uncheck, it will call this method check uncheck to do, which will provide the to do object, whatever the to do, the state of this to do. So the to do ID and to do title and the to do is done or not. I am sending to the service. Now I will test from the browser. So first I will check this item. You can see the success to do successfully checked. And if I go to home and back to it, you can see it's remains same. It's getting from the server. Next I will check this item print bills to do successfully checked. And now if I uncheck it, the to do successfully unchecked. So it's working as expected. Next I will add the modal and will integrate the delete to do API. So for the modal, I will use the popular UI component of the Angular material. First, I will install the Angular material. So the command is ng add @angular /material, and I will select the indigo pink theme and use the Angular for the typography special. I will click yes and I will include and enable animations. It will install the material packages. So it's installed successfully. Next, I will generate the component of the common modal. So ng component inside the components directory. I'll create another folder common, and here I will add the delete modal. And you can see inside the components there is another common folder created, and inside common we have the delete modal component. Next I will add the common modal HTML in this delete modal component HTML. But before that, I will add the mat dialog modules in our app module.ts. So here I will import the mat dialog module. Now, if I come to the explanation of this HTML code and the TypeScript code, first the HTML, here I define the title. So the mat dialog title, uh, style as a heading using the Angular material, mat dialog title directive. So it appears at the top of the model to convey the purpose of the dialog. Next, we have the mat dialog content. So this is the container of the main content of the dialog. Style as the content section using the Angular material, mat dialog content directive. Next, we have the mat dialog actions. So this is the container for the action buttons of the dialog. Style as the action sections using the Angular material, mat dialog actions directive. Next, on the cancel click, the Modal will be closed, and on delete click, uh, the delete action will be performed and the Modal. Next, if I go to the delete component.ts, so here if I go to the constructor, the public dialog ref, which is the mat dialog ref, so this is the whole is a parameter of type mat dialog ref of delete modal components, which represent a reference to the dialog. It is used to interact with the dialog, such as closing it. Next, at the rate inject metadata dialog data is used to inject any data that was passed to the modal when it was open. This data can be accessed using this data within the component. So if so this is the common modal. Any component can use this modal. If any component wants to pass the data or the message here, so he can pass the component can pass by this data. Next, we have the on cancel click method. Method gets called when the cancel button is clicked. It closes the dialog and passes false as the results. And on delete click, it's called on a delete button is clicked. It closes the dialogs and passes true as the results. Next, I will integrate this delete modal in our to-do component. So I will add the to-do add the delete to-do service where we will call the delete API, delete to-do API. this dialog.open method actually used for open the delete confirmation modal. Here is the delete modal component passed. The width of the modal will be 300 px, 300 pixels, and data can be used to pass any data. Here the data, you can pass any data to the modal. And next we have the dialog ref.after close. So this is the after close event, which method returns an observable that emits the results when the modal is closed. So inside this block, you can see the result variable is checked to determine whether the user clicked delete or cancel. If the result is truthy, there is the if block. It means the user click delete and the code proceeds to perform the deletion operations using this dot to do service dot delete, which will actually call the delete to do API. And if the result is false, here the else block. It means the user clicked cancel and no further action is taken in this block. Now I will add this method in our cross button. On click on the cross button, this method will be called. It's successfully compiled. Now I will check this delete things from the browser. We'll test the delete one. So if I click on it, you can see it's opened. The modal is opened. Confirm it. Are you sure you want to delete this item? And here is the cancel and the delete button. Uh, I will styling this button little bit and fix the position. You can see it's not aligned to this item. So I will go to the delete component.css and now I am done with the styling of the button. You can see it's look okay now. Are you sure you want to delete this? We have the cancel. And if you click on the outside of the, it also close the modal. Now I will test the API. So test to do. I am adding here. So it's added. You can see. Next I will check this to do. It's done. And next I will delete this to do. So you can see to do successfully deleted and it will remove from the list. So the create, listing, check, uncheck, and also the delete to do is working. I hope you liked the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button, please share my video, and please subscribe to my channel. And stick to this series. We will add the more features here, like the to-dos. We will add the different things in the Angular uh, with the designs and the more functionalities. So you also comment on the video what features you want me to demonstrate. I will try to upload these videos. So okay, that's it for this video. Thank you.